Hey guys, what's up? It's BaconBurgerKing here. And, yeah, E3 just happened. So, before I get to that, I just wanted to make a quick little update. Obviously, I haven't been uploading for a while. That is because school's gotten really tough since I'm in, like, the last week of it right now. And then, once finals are over, I will, be able to finally start uploading more videos. Galaxy's gonna return. I'm gonna try and get Tyler over here so we can binge play MLB Power Pros and get it done in a couple more sittings. And then I'll be able to move on to some new projects that I bet you guys will love. So, yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that real quick because, seriously, school's been ridiculous. I mean, I had 3 projects to do this week. It was pretty... It's pretty ridiculous, but finals will be coming up very, very soon. As previously mentioned, last week's school. And then I will be able to go back to uploading regular videos for you all. But that's not what you're here for. As you know, and as I previously mentioned, E3 is kind of a thing, and Nintendo was kind of a thing. So I wanted to discuss with you all the neat little things that we saw in their event. Because there was a lot of really interesting stuff that I have some thoughts I'd like to share with you guys on. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on some things too, so if you have anything you'd like to share, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will probably read it, because what else have I got to do besides study and do? Yeah. So without further ado, let's just get to it. Alright, so the first thing that we saw was that intro sequence with Reggie speaking to all the people. Alright, I'm just gonna be quite frank right now. I thought that was hilarious. There were a lot of great scenes. I guess I'll just go over all of them right now, because there were a bunch of scenes sprinkled throughout with, like, Reggie talking to peoples and stuff. And we got some really funny scenes out of it. I mean, first of all, we had, like, the "Where's Mother 3" thing, and I couldn't stop laughing at that, because that's, like, 50% of people who are fans of Nintendo. But that aside, I mean, come on, we all immediately thought Robot Chicken when we saw that. I can't be the only one, right? But, past the great Mother 3 joke, we had some funny scenes down the line with Peach and Bowser. Like, Bowser was trying to get the last donut, and he apologized to Peach for stealing her so many times, and she's like, "No, bitch, I'm still taking this donut because it's pink." It was great. And then the thing with Little Mac and his gloves. Oh man, those were pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Also, sorry if you hear that dog down there. That's my annoying little dog barking. Just going hissy fit. And then later down the line, we got that Star Fox joke. But I keep bringing up the jokes because clearly these franchises have not been forgotten about if they're bringing them up in jokes like this. So maybe, hopefully, at least what I'm thinking is somewhere down the line we might see some new stuff from the Mother series. I mean, I know we'd all love to see it. I'm not saying we'll find new. I'm not saying that they're going to be releasing anything new for Mother series anytime soon. But maybe we'll get a localized version of Mother 3 finally. Maybe also a new Star Fox game. And while I'm on the subject of that, what was up with that little tease of Star Fox Wii U or whatever at the end with the motion controls? I've been told it was just a tech demo, but I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say on miscellaneous scenes and stuff. And next, the first thing we really got treated to here was the thing I'm easily most excited for. Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. And we got that great, like, battle scene between Reggie and Iwata. That was awesome. Like, I'm serious, that was... I was unsure of what to expect going into this event. And then, in combination with the really funny, Robot Chicken-esque intro scene, and then Reggie and Iwata beating each other up like that. Oh, that was great. And it was also a great way to introduce 3 new characters to the Smash Bros. Roster. The 3 different Mii characters. There was the Mii Brawler, the Mii Swordsman, and whatever the weapon one was called. I don't remember. Mii Blaster or something. And I really liked what they showed with them. They all seem to play pretty differently from each other, especially the fact that they've got so many different moves you can map to the special moves, special moves, and it just looks really cool, especially since, as they showed, you can pretty much make anybody play. You can make any Mii character possible playable, and they made so many great jokes. Like, I can't keep myself from laughing at the iced tea thing that they did. Oh man, there were some great jokes in this E3 conference. I recommend seeing the video after this if you haven't, because there are likely things that you'll find interesting that I really didn't. But yeah, new Mii's playable. You can make them whatever Mii you have stored on your Wii U, probably. I mean, that's what makes sense. They showed off some new game modes for the 3DS version, and they all looked pretty cool, but they didn't really go over any of them in depth. We just kind of saw, like, glimpses of stuff. So that's cool, but I'm still going to have to hold out and wait until they go over those game modes in more depth before I can really talk about them much. And unfortunately, as we saw, the date of the 3DS version has been delayed to October. Early October, I believe. It was either really early or really late. I don't remember off the top of my head. But, yeah, Smash has been delayed, and of course this is going to upset some people. If this is the only delay they make, I'm not going to be really that upset about it. I mean, they're obviously trying to refine everything and make it as good as possible. But, the fact that we're not going to be able to get our hands on it during the summer is kind of disappointing. But, nothing we can really not get over here. And then, the Wii U release date seems to be the same, so actually, I kind of like the fact that the 3DS version and Wii U versions are, getting released closer together. I guess that's just me. But, I don't know, I just like that. And then the last thing I had to talk about for Smash Bros, at least until the very end of this video, is, the amiibo thing. Now, I actually had this spoiled by me by my good friend Peter earlier in the day, because we were obviously at school while this thing was happening, so I just caught up with it like a couple hours ago. But he was in lunch during that period, and he was trying to watch some of it on his phone, and all he really was able to see was the amiibo thing, so he was telling me about it. And when he was telling me about it, I was like, oh, they're just going to do another Skylanders thing where they're going to make buy toys and it's going to be stupid. But actually, I kind of like what they're doing with it. It's kind of hard to explain, and they really didn't go over it that well, in my opinion. But, what they've shown it can do, and pretty much what they've shown off with it, it looks like it'll be pretty cool. And it's not necessary to play the game, it just adds a lot more to said game. So, I'll probably drop some money to buy some of those, assuming they're not like $50 each. That would be horrible. Probably be like $5 each. And also, it gives me more stuff to throw on my shelf, which I love putting all my games and toys on my shelf. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy for that. But that's all I really have to say on Smash Bros. For now. I'll have more opinions to share on that at the end of the video. Next up is Yoshi's Woolly World, as it's now being called. And they finally showed off like some actual gameplay of the game, and it looks pretty cool actually. They really didn't say much about it. They were just really talking about what they were thinking about while they were making and developing the game. It's not going to be out for a while still, but it looks like it'll be fun. I'll probably invest some money into it because it looks like it'll be a good time. But I do have one little nitpick about it, I guess. Yoshi's Woolly World isn't a bad name and all, but I'm still kind of partial to Yarn Yoshi. I don't know why. I like the just Yarn Yoshi. I don't know. It's a better name in my opinion. But the game itself looks pretty cool. It's got co-op just like Yoshi's Epic Yarn. Wow, Kirby's Epic Yarn did. And I loved Kirby's Epic Yarn a lot. So I'll probably like Yoshi's Woolly World. moving on to the thing that I think we all expected least from this. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. What? I can't be the only one who wasn't expecting this, right? I'm pretty sure you guys would agree with me when I say nobody saw this coming. But, despite the random factor of it, it looks like it could be a lot of fun too, because I love the Captain Toad segments in 3D World. It was, I don't know why, they were just a nice little break from the regular game. And I was thinking, like, they could probably make a full game out of this, but it would probably be like some random little eShop thing on the 3DS, and it wouldn't be that great. But they're making it into a full-fledged game on the Wii U, so it could be interesting. I mean, I'm definitely going to be listening out for more news for it. They probably won't drop that much news on it because people probably aren't going to be super hyped for it. But I think it'll be pretty great. And I will definitely buy it if A, it's got a lot of levels, and B, if it's well priced. I mean, if they're gonna try and sell this game for 60 bucks, they're not getting anything out of me. I mean, I'd go 30, 40 bucks for Captain Toad because, well, assuming they have, like, a lot of levels. I'm thinking more around the $30 range, but, yeah. I'm kinda hoping that it's not a full $60 thing unless it's a huge game. But yeah, that's my opinion on Captain Toad. Super unexpected, but it'll probably be a lot of fun. Because I loved Captain Toad in 3D World. Next up is Zelda U. Now, I'm gonna be first to admit, and I'm probably gonna be slaughtered for this, but I'm not the biggest Zelda fan out there. Sure, Wind Waker is one of my favorite games of all time. I like Ocarina of Time, and I've been dying to try out Majora's Mask for years, and still haven't gotten around to it. But those are really the only 3 games in the series that have held my interest. Until now, that is. Oh my god, this game looks like it's going to be incredible. I'm super excited. I mean, when they showed the graphics, I mean, I'm not one of those graphics guys like, oh my god, the graphics gotta be good or else the game's crap. But when they showed off what this game is going to look like, oh my god, it looks incredible! Like, I can't even stress enough how amazing the appearance, wow, stumbling on words, but I can't even express in words how great this game looks. You really need to see it for yourself to believe it. It's that great. And then they showed a little cutscene of Link, and I imagine that people are going to be flipping out over his new design. Personally, I think it's pretty cool. But that's just me. As per usual, they didn't show off that much for the game. They just said that it was going to be a very expansive world. And they were talking about how they want it to be sort of like the original Zelda, where you can just, like, roam around and there's, like, no boundaries or whatever. At least that's what I got out of it. Like, you can just go explore wherever you want, whenever you want, from the moment the game starts up, which is cool. But I'm interested to see how they implement that. As previously mentioned, I'm not the biggest Zelda fan, but I am definitely willing to drop 60 bucks on this game. If not for the, like, Zelda-ness of it, whatever, because it'll probably be a great Zelda game in its own regard, but just to be able to roam around this gigantic world, especially since it looks this gorgeous. Oh my god, it's gonna be amazing, guys. Take that from the guy who isn't even a big Zelda fan. Immediately after that, we were hit with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Pokemon is one of my favorite franchises of all time. When I heard about Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I was one of, like, the 2 people on the face of the world who were like, whatever. I'll still buy it, but, whatever. It'll probably just be, Because, I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Yeah, shoot me, I'm not the biggest fan of Hoenn. However, I'm still planning on giving the game a shot, because, I don't know, it just looks, from the trailer, what they've shown off, like, one thing I can definitely say Hoenn had going for it was the incredibly different like areas it had. I mean, it had the treehouse area, like where everything was in the trees, and then it had like the entire city that was built on logs floating in the middle of the ocean. There's a lot of ocean in that game, but I think we all know that. But this game looks like it could change my opinion on Hoenn a bit. It probably isn't going to be my new favorite Pokemon game. And by probably, I mean definitely. But I love Pokemon to death, and no matter how hard I try, there's probably no way I'm going to be able to stay away from this game. It really hasn't done much to impress me, but I just love Pokemon. What else can I say? Moving on to the, actually, wait. One more thing I wanted to talk about, is character designs for, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The villains look crappy. Brendan and May still look awesome. That's all I really have to say on that. And I have actually heard people worried, like, oh no, are they gonna drop customization from X and Y? One of the few things that game did right. But yeah, let's not talk about that now. But honestly, I doubt they would get rid of customization. I mean, people have been begging for it for this long, and we finally get it in X and Y. Why would they get rid of it in the remakes? I mean, seriously, think about it. That would just serve to like piss off fans more. And they really, why would they do that? Customization will be coming back. Alright, finally moving on from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Bayonetta 2. It looks pretty interesting, actually. I would not have had much to say about this, other than it looks interesting, until the very end of the segment for it, where they announced, pretty much, that they're going to be bundling the original Bayonetta with it. And that got me really interested, because I've actually heard nothing but good about Bayonetta. And, I love the final boss theme, but that's something to talk about another time. Anyways, I've been hearing nothing but good about Bayonetta ever since it was released. And I've been really interested in it, but I really just have not really had the drive to go and pick it up. But if they're selling the first game along with the second game, I really can't resist. I need something more to play on my Wii U besides Mario Kart and DuckTales. And Wind Waker HD. It's just beautiful, but that, again, for a different time. And one more thing I had to say about Bayonetta 2. Sexy costumes you got there. Anyways, time to move on to Hyrule Warriors, which is a game I've been kind of interested in. I mean, this was a very, very unlikely crossover. Zelda and Dynasty Warriors. For me, at least, it looks like it could be a nice time waster. I would never picture myself, like, getting 200 hours invested into this game. But it feels like it could be a nice time, like a nice little waste of time that you could just sit down and play with a friend. I believe you can play with a friend, at least. And, one great thing that they're doing here is that it's not just Link playable. You got Zelda playable, looks awesome. Impa's playable, who looks awesome. And Midna's playable, who I know my friend Leanna, shout out to Leanna by the way. No, she's excited to hear that Midna's playable because Midna is apparently awesome. I have not played Twilight Princess, sue me. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. It looks like it could be a nice waste of time. And then immediately after that, we got introduced to Kirby Rainbow Curse. Looks like, you know. I'm not gonna say I'm like dying to get it. Still dying to get Triple Deluxe because it looks like it would be the best thing since Ultra. Superstar Ultra, to be exact. But it looks like it'll be alright. It's a cool little return to the Canvas Curse style things from DS. Which I know that game has a decent following, at least. Like, I know that there are a bunch of people who really like that game. But I probably won't be looking too far into it myself, but I know that that'll get a few people excited. Looking at you, Fawful's minion. Alright, I bet I'm gonna disappoint at least a few of you guys watching, because I really don't have much to say on Xenoblade Chronicles X. Just because I don't know what's happening here. I mean, I watched the trailer. I I can't make a judgment because I've only played like the first hour and a half of Xenoblade Chronicles. So I don't know if that's linked to a story somehow, if it's its own game. I really know zero about the Xenoblade series. So I bet it'll make people like Chugga Conroy happy. But as for me, I just don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. But moving on now, Mario Maker. That's fine. I mean, it'll be fun, but I mean, it's nothing that ROM hacking couldn't do before. I guess it would be much easier to do than ROM hacking, obviously, since the entire engine is built around it. But yeah, the game looks fine. One thing I noticed though is that it really only features two different styles of Mario. It features New Super Mario Bros. Style, and it features the original Super Mario Bros. Style. What I'm hoping they'll do is that they will, in the future, or at least, I don't really want it as DLC, but maybe further into the game's development, they add in, like, a new Super Mario, or Super Mario World texture pack. Or, like, a Super Mario All-Stars pack. Maybe just the original Mario 3 or Mario 2. Not Lost Levels, the WWE Panic ripoff. But yeah, it looks like it'll be fine. I just hope that they add more than just the styles that they've shown off. And I really hope that it gets fairly priced. If they try to sell that game for $60, I'm probably going to be pretty upset about it. I mean, it's just a level maker. You just make levels and play them. It's not like some huge innovative project. Like I mean, putting a level maker alongside, like, priced alongside games like Zelda U, or games that have already been released, like Mario 3D World, that's just, like, really unfair. So I really hope they don't try to milk it for much more than it's actually worth. If it gets fairly priced, I probably won't see myself looking into it regardless, but I know that a bunch of younger kids would probably be super stoked to hear this. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna make Mario! You know, stuff like that. And the final game that was shown off in the event, Splatoon. Let me just say right here, right now, I am so happy that they're finally releasing, like, a new IP. It has been so long since they finally made something new, and we're finally getting something new. And it's not just like an adventure game, or racer, or platformer, like used to. It's like a strategic shooter, which definitely gets my interest. I mean, this looks like the kind of game that I could have fun with playing on my collab channel with my friends, but I won't force that upon you here, not now. But yeah, it seems like the kind of game we could have fun with over there. But I like the entire concept of switching between human and squid. And then the squid moves really fast in your color ink. It looks pretty interesting, if I have to say myself. I'm really unsure on how a lot of things work. There was just like one paint ink nuke at one point that looked pretty sweet. A bunch of different other power-ups and stuff. And apparently it's gonna be like, I don't see them really making a story mode for that game. It seems like it's just gonna be online play or LAN play or whatever. I mean, that's alright, but I don't like how games these days are just drifting away from story and just making online only. I mean, you gotta have at least some sort of single-player campaign there. But again, discussion for another time. One thing I kept thinking throughout that entire segment, though, was I will be damned if they don't release, like, a Delfino Plaza stage for that game. Because the entire time, I was just sitting there like, this reminds me of the Goop from Super Mario Sunshine. Wouldn't it be great if they made a Delfino Plaza level? Even as DLC! I would buy the DLC for that! I guess that's just me fanboying over Sunshine, because I love Sunshine to death. But, come on. With a concept like Splatoon, a Delfino Plaza stage, or just anything from Super Mario Sunshine would be so cool. Most likely Delfino Plaza, though, since that's the most iconic level. But I'd love to see, like, a Gelato Beach level, or, like, a Noki Bay level. I mean, it works so well, especially considering that it's a Nintendo IP. So yeah, I hope this game does well, because if this game does well, then that'll definitely show Nintendo, like, hey, new IPs can do good too. It's not just Mario and Zelda that sell. So I really hope this game does well. I'll be buying it, if not for trying to show Nintendo that new IPs will sell. The game just looks kind of interesting to me. And also, if they announce that Delfino Plaza is going to be a stage or something like that, it'll sell me even more than I already am sold. So that's pretty much it for all the games shown at Nintendo's event. But at the very end, there was a little something special regarding Smash Bros. Something that I know a lot of people have been speculating for a long time. And all their speculating ideas have been put to rest. Palutena's in Smash Bros. Palutena from Kid Icarus. Oh my god. I mean, when I first heard about people being like, oh man, Palutena should be in Smash Bros. I'm like, shut up, that would be stupid. And then I saw the trailer. Alright, first of all, that animation for that trailer was freaking awesome. Oh my god, that was sweet. It was super cool. And as for the movesets that they showed off itself, Palutena looks like a super cool character. I'm loving the moveset, especially since it takes everything, pretty much everything they showed off for her moveset is taken like directly from Kid Icarus Uprising, which is a game that I really need to play more of because I love what I've played of it so far, and I'm not even like halfway through. But yeah, Palutena's in Smash, and I couldn't be more excited, honestly. That trailer more than convinced me that she deserves to be there. So that is pretty much it for my E3 Nintendo like thoughts video. I don't know what I'm gonna title this. I just decided to do this out of nowhere because why not? I need to upload something, and this interests me, and it probably interests you too if you're in this channel. So I'd love to hear what you guys think. What interested you in the event? What you guys thought was interesting? Maybe something I missed that you guys picked up on. Just feel free to talk in the comments because I'll be keeping a close eye while I do schoolwork because that's so much fun. But yeah, I'll be keeping a close eye on that comment section. I'll probably be replying to everything. And I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on the new games and stuff that Nintendo has released. Oh, and if you want me to do any more videos like this about pretty much anything, just tell me in the comments and I'll probably consider doing it because I need to upload something during this dry spout, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been BaconBurgerKing on Nintendo's E3 event, and I will see you guys next time.